Hey everyone, Johnny here, and this is our Using LinkedIn for Cats and Staffing. So we're going to go ahead and load up our cats here. And first we want to know, what is LinkedIn? And LinkedIn is a professional social networking site for promoting your career, whether it be looking for a new job, looking for new business at your current job, or looking for new employees to recruit to your current business. We use LinkedIn in two different ways for staffing. The first way that we use LinkedIn is that we use it to search for open job positions, and the second way is that we use it to connect with professionals who make staffing and hiring decisions. First, we're going to discuss using LinkedIn for searching open job positions. And you can see here I have cats and multiple LinkedIn tabs open at the same time, which is something I'll explain further on in the video. So once you've created a LinkedIn, this is how we locate jobs. So we'll click over here on the job section, and right here in the job section, you'll enter the title or the name of the job position you're looking to staff or recruit for. Each one of these tabs I have open is for a different position I'm looking to search for. Now, we can search for two different types of jobs. Jobs that are going to be full-time employees and that are going to be contract employees. The difference between that is that most of your full-time employees you'll find in the human resources division. The HR will handle hiring these employees that are people-based. They come in, they've got a set duty and set job. They're working 40 hours a week. The contract employees will find that are pretty much healthcare IT positions. These people come in to solve solutions. These are project people. They might come in for a 6, 12, or 18-month period. Now, we're looking for positions such as lean consultants, revenue cycle managers, systems analyst, Epic ambulatory, and we'll do project manager for ICD-10. Another way for you to locate jobs for you to actually search for will be to utilize the Adept Healthcare staffing document. And this is just a comprehensive list of all the healthcare disciplines that we staff for. And so you could just type any of these positions into the job field and search for it, and then you're good to go. So what we want to focus on now is using the filters. We've got all these filters on the side and these keywords. Leave all this stuff right here the same. Don't mess with this. But down here, you can see we've got 2,444 results for project manager for ICD-10. Wow, that's too many. We need to filter this down to get to a smaller number so that we can actually source through this for potential job openings at hospitals or integrated delivery networks or IDNs. So what we'll do is we'll go down to date posted right here. We want to find things that are relevant. So we'll click on this one day, and then 2 to 7 days ago. So now we've got all the jobs that were listed for project managers of ICD-10 within the last week. And that sums it down to about 24. So what we really want to do is we want to distinguish between good and bad postings. Now, don't get me wrong, none of them are bad. Project manager positions are all good. It's the company that posted the job that we're sorting through. For example, we see Cornerstone Advisors, and that's an example of a bad post because Cornerstone Advisors is not a hospital, and we want hospitals and IDNs. We want to place our people into hospitals. So we move down. Cognizant Technology Solutions, probably another consulting firm. Healthcare Resource Group, no. Mediant Health Resources, it could be. So if you're not sure about it, what you can always do is you can always click on the name right here and it'll load you right into it. Mediant Health Resources specializes in HIT solutions. So no, it's not a hospital. So what we'll do is we'll click back, go back to our last screen, and we'll just kind of run through to see if we've got anybody. Okay, so here's one. Hospital for Special Surgery. They need a manager of ICD-10, quality assurance, and education. So what you want to do at this point is you want to search CATS for the Hospital for Special Surgery, just to make sure that it's an existing company that we have in our database. It kind of makes things a little bit easier for you. So go in right here on the top right and just type it in, Hospital for There we go. Hospital for Special Surgery, right there, New York. And you always want to make sure that it's the same place. So we know that this is New York, New York. We'll go back right here, and we can see that, okay, this is the greater New York City area. Chances are this is going to be the same company right here. Now what we'll want to do, go in here, and we want to look. We want to check to see if there are any notes in here which distinguish whether or not this company will work with staffing agencies, because there are companies that we've already called on and we've already made the distinguishing notion whether they will or will not work with us as a staffing agency. And you'll see that right here. So let's say they did, you would see this right here would say approved. Let's say we called in and they didn't, you would see right here it says no. And then I'm sure you would see a note, something on the lines of spoke with Janine and HR, does not work with outside recruiters. Okay, so then you get an example of what it would look like to locate a job for a company who we know does not work with outside recruiters. We'll go ahead and go back and delete these. Okay, so go back to LinkedIn here. All right, so once we've located a job, just because we located a job doesn't mean that they're going to work with recruiters. So that's the next thing we have to distinguish. So we've got a manager for ICD-10, quality assurance, and education. What we can do now is we can go to Hospital for Special Surgery. And go down to add job order, add the job order. What I do to make it easy is I'll take the title right here, copy and paste it. Then just toss it right there. Then come down here and put the job description, the job functions, and anything else listed right here, copy and paste it, and put it right in the job order. This is so when we publish it, that all the information will be right here. But we want to make sure that we don't publish anything that gives away who the job would be working for. We want to keep that information to ourselves. So we would want to, right there, just delete that and type in client is seeking. We're just going to use the word client. Clean up all of this that gives away who our client is. Excellent. Okay. So we've got all that information right there. We know the location, New York, New York. And then we want to go ahead and add job order right here. Okay, now that we've added the job order, the next thing we want to be able to do is we want to find out who the recruiter is. Sometimes you'll get lucky when you search for a job and you'll see up top right here, this is the job poster. So what you want to do is look at Sabria Bliss's account right here. All right, now you've already downloaded the Chrome CATS extension, so you'll see that the little plus sign is green right there, which means that you can capture that information. We're going to go ahead and capture the information right here. All right, and now we also want to connect with Sabria as well. Now, one thing that's going to help you out once you connect with people, once you're connected, to send them a follow-up message. The follow-up message could be real simple, to the point. I'll give you an example of what I send up as a follow-up message. Once we connect on LinkedIn, it's just as simple as this. I send a message that says, "Thanks for connecting with me. I believe in adding value to all of my relationships, which is why I connected with you. I work with Adept Healthcare to provide hospitals with the highest quality candidates through our knowledge expertise staffing program. Send me any positions you are having difficulty locating a candidate for, and let's start adding value to our relationship." It's that simple. it shows good follow-up, and it shows that you're approachable. In the event that we wouldn't know who the job poster was, another thing we can do right here, we're going to search. We're going to type in human resources, hospital for special surgery. Just type it in just like that. Okay. And now we can start going through here to find somebody who might be a good human resources contact. And you'll see in the human resources contact and all the list, we found Sabria right there. So even if she wasn't listed, we would have been able to find her. And what you want to do is you want to find that person, you want to add that person, and now you've got a contact. So let's say we go back into the job orders. We're going to call in, click on hospital for special surgery so that we have the information we need. We have the phone number here. Boom. We're going to call in to right here. We're calling in. We're going to hit the main switchboard. We're going to call in, and we're going to be able to ask for who we want right away besides going to HR and having to ask 1,000 questions and introduce ourselves. This is going to speed up process. It's going to speed up the time. And before you even make the phone call in, if you've connected with them, you've already established who you are, your name is familiar to them, and you've made a very cold introduction to yourself. Now it's time for your warm introduction. Okay, now what I do with this, the reason why I have multiple tabs up is because I want to be able to search for multiple positions at the same time. So let me go ahead and filter all these positions I have. The benefit of keeping the multiple tabs open is to do a daily search of new job openings without having to retype the job titles in. By doing this and identifying which companies work with outside recruiters, we're going to be able to seek and fill orders before our competition gets the chance. This is known as the low-hanging fruit. All right, so we want to go through here, and let's say we find a company that's not in CATS. In the event that we find a company that's not in CATS, let's just look. We've got a lean facilitator for the Erlanger Health System. I don't know if we have Erlanger Health System in here, but we're going to find out. We do have Erlanger Health System. But right here, what you'll notice is that we've got two companies named Erlanger Health System. Most of the time when you see this, the first company right here will have all of the company information, whereas the second company, which I'll click on here, will have all of the contacts in that company. See, if you go down to the very bottom, you'll see where all the contacts are at. Now what we do here is we merge them. And in order to merge them, you have to click on the companies tab right there. And you want to be sure that you've cleared all of the previous filters that you've added in. And then just type in the one word in that company that's distinctive. Because if you just type in health system or Erlanger Health System, it's going to load up every place that has Erlanger, every place that has health, and every place that has system in the company name. And that's going to load up way too many. So let's just to give you an example. 1,452 results. That's way too many. That's why we just want to put in Erlanger, just like this. Now you've got them both. So what we do is we just check the box right there. You go over here where it says 2 results. Merge as duplicate records. All right, now what you can do is you can rearrange which one has the priority. Obviously, you want to keep the company information one on top. The way that it usually suggests is a good way to go, so I wouldn't change that. Now we just merge the records. Once the records are merged, it'll go into the company view. And boom, there you go. Now you can go ahead and add in the job order like we already saw. But what we want to do is we want to see how to add a new company. So let's go down here. We'll find a new company real quick. All of these right here look like they are consulting firms. Kaiser Permanente, that's a hospital, but we know for a fact that we've got them. But let's just say we want to add a new company in and we don't know any of their information. We'll use NetSuite for example here. All right. See more. Here's what we can do. You'll go right here, go to this website right here, and you can find most of the company information right here on their website when you add it in. Just go to the bottom. Usually the information is at the bottom. If it's not, be at the top right. You'll see a contact us somewhere. There we go. Contact us. We'll have all the information that you need. Then here's what you would do. You just enter the information in just like so. Go into the company's view right here. It says add company. And then you just start adding the company information in just like that. Okay. Next is using LinkedIn for call campaigns. What we mean by this is we use LinkedIn to locate HR individuals in our call campaigns. We saw that a little bit earlier, but I'm going to show you how it works right now. So in order to get to our call campaigns, you go to companies, go to lists on the side, just like so. You can see the call campaigns. These are lists of companies. We break them down. Here, the names will give you a description of what they are. Let's go to Ohio. All right, we've got Ohio right here. Now this is your view for your campaigns, and it's broken down. The columns are broken down by name, phone, number of licensed beds. Do they use outside agencies for locating contract employees for HIT services? The HR, will they use our staffing services? Any quick notes that we have, and the HR contact that we need. So we'll just click on a general one right here. Let's say, okay, Southern Ohio Medical Center. We call into the HR department of Southern Ohio Medical Center. Call in. Human Resources. No answer. Now what? We call in, no answer again. No, we use LinkedIn to locate the individuals who work for this company, who are the recruiters. So now when we call in and we get the initial operator, we know who we're contacting. So Southern Ohio Medical Center. What we'll do is we'll use LinkedIn to do the search. Human Resources, Southern Ohio Medical Center. Here we go. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we've got a nurse recruiter right here. You can find the director right here. But if you want to get more to the point, you can just type recruiter. Now we're somewhere. All right, Teresa Carter, recruiter at Southern Ohio Medical Center. What we'll do, click on Teresa. Capture her information. When you capture the information, you want to make sure that the name of the company is consistent with what you have on file. There we go. In the event that it wouldn't be consistent, you can just put X right there, type it in. All right, then you'll just add it right there and then add it in. And once you got her in, now you know who to call. And if you look at the first up here, right by her name, you can see that Teresa's already a connection of mine. And once we connected, I sent her that follow-up message that I do every time when I connect with someone. And that's how we use LinkedIn for locating job positions. And that's how we use it to locate the HR or hiring individuals within companies that we are targeting in our campaigns. And that covers our tutorial for using LinkedIn and CATS for staffing.